Great Monday morning, fellow traders. This is Austin. It's Monday, April something. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. We've got price action flying all over the place. Was short early, and I didn't make a lot happen in the S&P early on. It was pretty wild. Then, let's see here. Hold on a second. Okay, I had to make an adjustment. Wild. That's the topic of discussion today. I've been trying to trade the Russell in concentrated fashion. Let's go to a 1 minute chart. You can see what they've done on the 5 minute. Here's a 1 minute chart. And so this type of stuff, here's what drives you crazy. Now I was on the short side, and we did manage to pick up 8 points total. Short side and short side twice. Short side, was it? Short side twice, long side once. Anyways, 8 points. Was not able to get a bigger position on than one contract because it's just, this is what it did off the open. It did that rip, and then it came down here. I can't, we were short somewhere, and then it did this rip, and then it did this stuff. The algo pounding that takes place in the Russell and all of the symbols is unbelievable. It's just way different than it used to be. So on the S&P side, it's whippy too, but it's just a little more gentle. So what I've done is I've shifted my focus from 80% Russell, 20% S&P to about 50-50 each. And the idea is I'm just trying to get on one side or the other, of a run. Currently have 4 contracts. That's what you see here, working in the S&P, and this is the unrealized P&L. So see, I'm down $100 in the S&P on a couple of trades. Pretty much one scratch and then one out at minus 1 point. So that's that. Now we have the gaps up above. Those could be targets, and that's also where the roadmaps are. So I'm not necessarily holding right for the whole thing there if I were trading the Russell, but in the S&P, this is highly probable. The gap fill and the roadmap 1, and so that's kind of what I'm targeting. Now I won't let it get to say 71. 71.75 and not trail, but for now I'm giving it as much breathing room as I can. So we'll see where that goes. It is 10:19 Eastern. Okay, had to handle a live room test. Now here's a situation. I'm going to trail this to there, and that's just an arbitrary dollar. If that's met, then I'm going to finish the day at 1,000 plus, which is acceptable. I'm holding for the 72 area, which would be on this side about 1,200, on this side about 800. Mind you, this is down. This would be a $2,000 day here minus costs if it gets to 72.50 or whatever. So I'm just kind of juggling, giving the trade enough breathing space to go where it wants to go, which is to go where it wants to go more often than not. You never know. I know I preach this to death in the videos, and I know traders get tired of hearing it because it's against human nature. This is where a similar situation wants to go more often than not, about 66% of the time, which means 2 out of 3 times. But this who knows which this one is? One of the two, or the one that won't work. So that's why you have to juggle the trade management aspect of it. And so I've made the decision, I'm just going to hold for that and come heck or high water. But if they get to a point where they're struggling a little bit, then I don't want it to, let's say it's up here around $1,100 and I'm down here around 350. I'm going to want to split that difference somewhere. So that's the kind of mental decisions that you have to make on the fly in real time when real money is flying around. And playtime's over with, everything's for real. So that's what I'm doing. I'm trying my best to hold for the magnet while at the same token not letting too many unrealized dollars be given back should that happen. It is 10:22. Okay, it is, what is it? I got so much going on here. Charts all over the place. 1024, and the S&P has hit a slight stall zone, and that stall zone is this this prior low, which which was support, is now resistance. Oh, wait a minute, I'm on the wrong chart. I'm looking at the sorry about that. Looking at the TF. I'm trying to do a bunch of things here. Running the trade room and answering questions there, managing live trades. I'm pretty busy. here Here is Friday, what I meant to say, Friday's congestion. See all those contact points there? That was important to the market for some reason, and it's important to the market again today. So that's a, it had made it to the $1,000+ on this trade, and then I'm sitting down here at 350. I'm like, I don't want to give that much back, so how about we split the difference? I wouldn't feel that bad if it went 1,000 and came back and took me out at 500. That would be all right. But if it went 1,000 or a little bit better, and then it came back and took me out at 350, then I'm, giving back more than I want to. And that's the kind of mental juggling that I do. That's how I manage trades. I don't know how everyone else does. So see what happens. Now, if they come down and they kick this out at 68.50, I'm going to live with that. I'm probably done for the day because I don't see the potential of getting in and riding another direction. They've already gone two ways, but and it would be a successful day. Hopefully they make it up to that 72 plus to 74 zone, then I could punch out where I want to. I'd like to punch out up here somewhere and call that a solid day. This is a respectable day so far. So that's how it is in real time. 1026. Whippy markets. Okay, the TF is coming back hard, and so I trailed to plus 600, which gives me 500 on the S&P ledger, 800 on the TF ledger, and it's a really whippy day out there, especially in the Russell. It's if you're looking at we are looking at 5-minute charts. They're doing this type of stuff here, and the S&P stall there. It could come all the way back here. It could come all the way back here. It could do a number of things, right? What is going to happen, nobody knows. So I'm probably done trading for the day because I don't see what I'm looking for, and that is kind of straight line deliberate stuff. I just see a lot of algo whips and spikes. So I'm probably done for the day. That's an okay day. If they'd have made it to 72 to 74 plus, that would have been much better. But they took them down hard once, and then they took them up hard through, and they've stalled at a plain congestion point. So the rest of this day could be chop. No telling. You can see where they've traded perfectly from the 233 below to the 233 above. We call these the CM warning tracks, and when they stay contained in there, a lot of times it's just a contained session. So that's how this one's going in the books. Done with work for the day at 10:30 a.m. Eastern. Tomorrow is the day ahead of FOMC, so we'll get started in the morning again as usual. See what happens. Hope this helps. Have a great one.